Your car just left the road. Maybe you hit a patch of ice. Maybe someone ran a red light and the collision pushed you through a barrier. Maybe you swerved to miss an animal and went over the edge of a bridge. Maybe your brakes failed on a rain-soaked road near a river. It doesn't matter how it happened. What matters is this: your car is now in the water, and it is sinking. You have, and I want you to listen to this very carefully, between 30 seconds and 3 minutes before this vehicle goes fully underwater. After that, the water pressure against the doors will be so extreme that an average adult cannot open them with both hands and every ounce of strength in their body. The windows will be sealed by thousands of pounds of hydraulic force. The car will continue to descend. And once it hits the bottom of that body of water, you are trapped in the dark in a sinking metal box with no air. Every year, approximately 11,000 people in North America end up in vehicles that plunge into water. Of those, an estimated 400 people die not because rescue came too late, not because the water was too deep, but because they didn't know what to do in those critical first 60 seconds. Let me say that again: they had time, they had a window, a literal window of escape, and they died because no one ever taught them what to do. You are watching this video. That means you are not going to be one of those people. But here is the most important thing I will say before we get into the rules. This scenario feels impossible to prepare for. It feels like something that only happens in movies, so most people never think about it until they're in it. And when they're in it, they freeze, they panic, they do the wrong things in the wrong order, and they run out of time. The people who survive, they've thought about this before. They know the rules. When the car hits the water while everyone else is screaming and pulling at door handles that won't budge, the survivor is already calm, already moving, already executing the plan. By the end of this video, you will be that person. These are the 7 rules to survive a sinking car. Rule 1: stay calm. Your brain is your only tool that matters. The moment your car hits the water, your brain is going to do something that could kill you. It's going to flood with cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate will spike from a resting 70 beats per minute to well over 150 in under 2 seconds. Your peripheral vision will narrow. Your fine motor skills, the precise, controlled movements you need to unbuckle a seatbelt, grip a headrest, or break a window, will deteriorate dramatically. This is called tachycyclia, the survival stress response. Time seems to speed up and slow down at the same time. Simple tasks feel impossible. Your hands shake. Your mind races and goes blank simultaneously. People who have survived sinking car situations describe those first moments as feeling like moving through concrete, everything slow, everything surreal, everything disconnected from reality. This is why Rule 1 isn't about the door or the window or the seatbelt, it's about your brain. The moment the car hits the water, you say one sentence to yourself out loud if you can. Here it is. I know what to do, I have time, move now. That's it, 3 short statements, each one does something specific. I know what to do, it activates your prefrontal cortex, the rational decision-making part of your brain, rather than allowing your amygdala, the panic center, to take over completely. I have time, it slows your perceived urgency just enough to allow precise movement, not so slow that you waste time, but slow enough to think. Move now, it gives your body a direct command and breaks the freeze response. Military pilots train for underwater cockpit escape scenarios. Elite special forces practice vehicle submersion drills. The single biggest factor in who survives and who doesn't, according to researchers who study these events, the ability to prevent full panic in the first 10 seconds. You can do this, but you have to practice it. Right now, as you watch this video, say those 3 sentences out loud. I know what to do, I have time, move now. Good, you've just started building a neural pathway that could save your life. Rule 2: unbuckle your seatbelt before you do anything else. This sounds obvious, it is not. In a real accident, people often black out briefly from the impact. They're disoriented. The car is moving, tilting, rotating, beginning to nosedive. Water is rushing in from somewhere. It's loud, it's cold, it's dark. In that chaos, a significant percentage of survivors report that they completely forgot they were wearing a seatbelt. They tried to move, they couldn't, they didn't understand why. Precious seconds were lost. The moment your car enters the water, before the window, before the door, before anything, your hand goes to your seatbelt. Unbuckle it. Now here's where it gets more complex. If the buckle mechanism is jammed, which can happen in a hard impact, or if the belt is now under tension from the angle of the vehicle, you need to cut it. This is why every single person who drives a vehicle should have a seatbelt cutter and window punch tool within immediate reach. Not in the glove box, not in the trunk, not in a backpack in the back seat. On your keychain, in a door pocket, Velcro mounted to your dashboard, clipped to your sun visor. These tools cost between $5 and $15, they weigh almost nothing, and they could be the most important object you've ever owned. If the seatbelt is jammed and you don't have a cutter, here's what to do. Push up against the belt with your non-dominant hand to create slack. Even a centimeter of slack is enough, while using your dominant hand to work the buckle release. If it still won't release, grip the belt itself and saw it against any sharp edge you can find, a broken piece of interior trim, the corner of the window frame, anything. But the real lesson here is this: go buy a seatbelt cutter and window punch tool today, not tomorrow, today. The window punch half of that tool is what we're talking about in Rule 3. Rule 3: open or break the window immediately while you still can. Here is the sequence that kills people. They unbuckle their seatbelt, they try the door doesn't open, they try harder, still nothing, they look for another option, they try the window. By now the water pressure is too great and the electric window motor has shorted out, they're trapped. The door was never going to open, and now the window is gone too. The window is your primary escape route, not the door, the window. And here's the critical timing piece most people don't know. You have approximately 30 to 60 seconds from the moment the car enters the water before the water level inside the car reaches the window. During that time, water pressure on the glass is manageable and the window can be broken or opened. After the water level passes the window, the pressure differential between inside and outside the glass makes it extremely difficult to break, and even if you do break it, water will rush in at enormous velocity. Your window is your door, and you have less than a minute to use it. Here's how. If the window is electric and still working, lower it immediately. Don't wait, don't assess the situation first. Window down now. If the window is electric and not working, use your window punch tool. Strike the corner of the window, not the center, the corner. The corner is structurally the weakest point. One firm, decisive strike to the corner of a side window will shatter it completely. Tempered auto glass is designed to break into thousands of small, relatively safe pieces. It will not cut you like flat glass. If you don't have a window punch tool, this is where most people have a problem. Breaking a car window with your hands or a blunt object is extraordinarily difficult. The common advice of using a headrest post is partially true but unreliable. It requires technique and force at a precise angle. Here is what actually works if you have no tool. Remove your headrest. Hold one of the metal posts like a punch. Angle it at 45 degrees against the corner of the window. Use short, hard, repeated strikes. It may take 3 to 5 strikes, but it will break. Some people use the heel of their shoe. High heel shoes have worked, heavy boots have worked. But again, the real answer is, carry the $5 tool. There is no acceptable excuse not to. Once the window is broken or open, sweep the glass shards out with a sweeping arm motion. Do not worry about cuts. Cuts are survivable, drowning is not. Rule 4: take a breath. This one moment matters more than you think. You've unbuckled, you've opened or broken the window. Now what? Take a breath. Not a frantic gasp. A controlled, deep, deliberate breath. Fill your lungs completely. This breath is your oxygen supply for what happens next, exiting through the window and reaching the surface. Most car submersions happen in 6 to 20 feet of water. At those depths, if you exit the car immediately, you need approximately 10 to 20 seconds of controlled movement to reach the surface. A full lungful of air gives you 45 to 90 seconds of controlled breath holding under calm conditions. You have more than enough air, but you need to take the breath deliberately and you need to take it at the right moment. Take the breath at the last possible moment before the water inside the car reaches your face. As the car sinks, water will rise inside the vehicle. Watch the water level. When it is approximately 6 inches from your face, right before it reaches your mouth and nose, take the deepest, most complete breath you can, then exit. If you're in the back seat with children, take your breath, exit through the window first, yes first, then immediately reach back in to assist your child. This is counterintuitive and feels wrong. But if you run out of air pulling a child free and you black out underwater, you are dead and so is your child. You must be functional to save them. Exit, turn around immediately and pull them through. If you are helping multiple people, prioritize by age and swimming ability. Adults who can swim go first. Children and non-swimmers come last, with you assisting from outside the vehicle. Rule 5: exit the vehicle feet first and know where UP is. The window is open, you've taken your breath, now you need to get out of the car and reach the surface. Sounds simple, in practice, it's disorienting in a way that's very difficult to simulate. Underwater, especially in murky or dark water, you can lose your sense of direction completely. People have drowned in 8 feet of water because they couldn't tell which way was up. The car may have rotated during the sink. You may be disoriented from the impact. The water may be completely dark. Your body's inner ear, your natural balance system, does not function reliably underwater, especially if you've experienced physical trauma. Here's how to know which way is up. First, look for light. Even in murky water, light filters in from above. Move toward the lighter water. Second, feel for bubbles. When you exhale slightly, even the tiniest release of air, those bubbles will always rise toward the surface. Follow the bubbles. Third, if both of those fail, let go. Release a small amount of air and feel which direction your body naturally wants to float. Your lungs contain air. Air rises, your chest will orient upward naturally. Follow that direction. Now exiting the window feet first. The reason feet first matters. If you exit head first and the window is smaller than expected, or there's debris, you can become wedged with your upper body out and your legs still inside the sinking car. Head first also means your hips, the widest part of most adults' bodies, hit the window frame last, potentially trapping you. Feet first means your hips clear the window first. Once your hips are through, the rest of your body follows easily. You exit and immediately begin ascending. Turn your body sideways in the seat. Swing your feet toward the window opening, push off the seat and slide your legs through. Once your hips clear the window frame, kick hard toward the surface. If you are in the front passenger seat, exit through the driver's window if the driver's side is less submerged, or through your own window if both are equally accessible. The goal is always fastest path to the surface. Rule 6: if you cannot exit before full submersion, use the pressure equalization technique. This rule is for the scenario where you weren't fast enough or where circumstances beyond your control, a child in the back seat, an injury from the impact, a jammed seatbelt, prevented you from exiting before the car was fully submerged. The car is now completely underwater. The windows can't be broken by hand due to pressure. The doors are sealed. You have the air remaining in your lungs and whatever pocket of air may be trapped at the top of the cabin. Do not panic, you still have options. First, find any remaining air pocket. As the car fills, if it is level, there may be a small pocket of air trapped at the ceiling near the rear of the cabin. Get your face into that pocket. Take slow, shallow breaths. Every breath extends your survival time. Second, wait for pressure to equalize. Here's the physics. As the water level inside the car rises and eventually equals the water level outside, the pressure differential disappears. At that moment, the door can be opened because there is no longer a wall of pressure holding it shut. You'll know equalization is close when the water inside has reached the roof and you are using the very last of the air pocket. At the moment of equalization, take your last breath from the air pocket, then open the door. Hold the door handle as the water reaches the ceiling. The pressure drops to near zero. The door should open with a firm push. Kick it if needed. The goal is a 6 to 12-inch gap, enough to swim through. Exit, orient yourself using bubbles or light, ascend. This technique works. It has saved lives, but it requires extraordinary calm because you are now in a completely flooded, completely dark vehicle using the last available oxygen, having to execute precise physical tasks. The only way to be capable of this in real life is to know it before you need it, which is exactly what you're doing right now. One additional tool, emergency escape hammers with built-in breathing tubes, exist. Products like the Raise QME tool or life hammers with emergency oxygen cartridges are designed specifically for this scenario. They cost between $15 and $60. For the price of 2 fast food meals, you can have a device that is literally designed to save your life in this exact situation. Rule 7. Reach the surface and know what kills people after they escape. You made it out of the car, you're in the water, you're rising toward the surface. This should be the easy part, for many people it is not. Cold water shock is the silent killer that claims lives even after successful vehicle escape. When a human body enters cold water, water below 15 degrees Celsius/59 degrees Fahrenheit, several things happen simultaneously. The body experiences cold shock response, an involuntary, uncontrollable gasp reflex. If you're already underwater when this happens, you inhale water, you drown not from the car but from the cold water gasp. This is why Rule 4, taking your breath before the water fully enters the car, is so critical. Your first exposure to the cold water should be as you're already exiting, not as you're still inside. Once you're in the water and swimming upward, do not stop, do not look around, do not try to orient yourself, keep moving upward until you break the surface. Once at the surface, call out immediately. Someone may have seen the car go in. Emergency services may already be responding. Your voice is your signal. If you're in a river or moving water, do not fight the current. Angle yourself diagonally toward the nearest bank and swim at that angle. Fighting a current directly is exhausting and usually fails. Angling across it covers lateral distance while the current carries you forward. You'll reach shore further downstream, but you'll reach shore. If you're in a lake or still water, swim toward shore immediately. Do not tread water waiting for rescue. Cold water incapacitates a human body within 30 minutes. Swim now. If you cannot swim or are injured, float on your back, spread your arms and legs wide. The human body is naturally buoyant, salt water especially, but even fresh water will keep you afloat if you relax. Panicked, rigid bodies sink, relaxed bodies float. Shout for help, signal with anything you have. Your phone, if it survived in a waterproof case, is now the most important thing in your pocket. Call 911, give your location, stay on the line. And if you helped passengers escape the vehicle, check on them immediately. Cold shock can cause sudden unconsciousness even in people who appear fine. Keep everyone moving and together until help arrives. Let's go through all 7 rules one final time. Say them with me, remember them, drill them, teach them. Rule 1. Stay calm, say out loud, I know what to do, I have time, move now. Your brain is your most powerful survival tool, protect it from panic. Rule 2. Unbuckle immediately, before anything else, seatbelt off, carry a seatbelt cutter, know where it is before you ever need it. Rule 3. Break or open the window now. The window is your escape route, not the door. You have 30 to 60 seconds before water pressure makes this impossible. Window punch tool, corner of the glass, one firm strike. Do it immediately. Rule 4. Take a controlled breath. As water rises to your face, fill your lungs completely. This is your air supply, use it deliberately. Rule 5. Exit feet first. Slide your feet through the window first, hips clear, body follows, kick hard toward the surface, follow the bubbles, follow the light, your body wants to float, let it. Rule 6. If trapped, wait for pressure equalization, find any air pocket, breathe slowly, wait for inside water level to match outside, at equalization open the door, exit, ascend. Rule 7. Get to shore, don't stop. Cold water incapacitates quickly, swim diagonally to shore against a current, float on your back if you must, call for help the moment you surface, keep moving. 7 rules, 7 steps, each one builds on the last, each one has been tested, documented, and confirmed by real survivors and real researchers. 400 people a year die in sinking cars in North America alone. Most of them had the same thought in that final moment, if only I had known what to do. You now know what to do. But here's what I need you to think about right now, who in your life doesn't know this? Your teenage kid who just got their driver's license. Your parents who may not react as quickly in a panic. Your best friend who takes the same highway across the bridge every morning. Your partner, your sibling. The information in this video costs them nothing to watch. It takes less than 20 minutes. And it could, quite literally, save their life. Share this video right now before you do anything else. The best survival tool isn't a gadget or a piece of gear, it's knowing what to do before you need to do it. And now you know. Stay safe, carry the tool, know the rules. And I'll see you in the next video.